Yeah, you were right. You were right. Hold on. Just hold on one goddamn moment. Speaking of saying hold on one goddamn moment, did you guys know, fun fact, in 8th grade, my math teacher, older white man, I was leaning on my chair. Did anyone else, hold on, just random story. So I was leaning on my chair. Anyone else like tip on their chair in class? Like I was always the kid, like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know if I had OCD. Like I always had to be doing something. You know what I mean? Like I'm like either like tapping my foot. I'm like, I was the fucking annoying kid who was beating drums on the table or whatever, tipping on my chair. I was always tipping on my chair, or I just wouldn't shut the fuck up. I would talk, whatever. But anyway, tipping on my chair. And then there's one of those pencil sharpeners. You know the pencil sharpeners? Now I'm gonna sound old. I bet you they don't even got these motherfuckers in the schools no more. I wouldn't be surprised. You know those pencil sharpeners on the wall that you fucking do this? The manual pencil sharpeners? You know, stick the pencil in and do that. Anyway, that was like right behind me. And I was like leaning. And I was like fucking around with the pencil sharpener. Anyway, I kind of lost my balance. Okay? Normally, I'm a god when it comes to tipping in my chair. Like, I got to the point where, like, I could no hands, no feet holding on anything. I could just sit there on two. Just like that. Just like that. Like a goat. But anyway, this wasn't my best day. This wasn't my best performance. You know. I lost balance. Okay? Boom. I knocked off the pencil sharpener a little bit. And it made a scene. Everyone looked at me. Everyone looked over. My friends were laughing at me. You know, and I was a class clown pretty much, so I mean, I was like, yeah, I got what I wanted. Niggas laughing, yeah. Anyway, there's a point to this. So my teacher, again, older white man. I'm talking like gray hair, like he at the time, like I hate to say it, he's probably no longer alive, because he was like 80 at the time, and this was a while ago. But I just say that to put into perspective of, you know, how old he is and what generation he's probably from. And then after that whole ruckus, I hear him in the corner. He's like, this is how we talk. Deron. That's what he did. This is a math teacher, by the way. So I was like, fuck, I'm in trouble. And he was like one of those stricter, and he was fucking 6'3", like just big, like strict ass dude. Anyway. Called me over, so I walk over and I sit across from him at his desk. So obviously there's the desks all over the place, but then he has his desk in the corner, so I'm sitting across from him. And then he ends up like looking at me. He was like, you know, I called you over here, right? And then I was like, yeah, I think so. Then he just looks at me, and then he just starts smiling and like laughing. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm off the hook. He's being chill. He's being chill right now. Okay, cool. I kid you not. He said, and I quote, next time, just keep your cotton picking hands off of it. And I was like, I swear on my mother's like, I swear to God. And here's what's crazy. I didn't like, because he started laughing first, right? He started laughing first. So I'm kind of like, you know, trying to get into like that vibe, that energy. Like, okay, yeah, we're laughing about it. Haha. Like I felt, you know, it's funny. And then he just kind of like slid that in there as I'm like getting up to go back to my seat. And I was like, and then like I kept walking. And then it was like my short walk from his desk back to my desk. I was like, did he just say what I think he said? Ain't no goddamn way he just said what I think he said. And he sure did. He sure fucking did. Is he black? No, he was a older white male. And here's the crazy part. Even after saying that story, I know you guys' first inclination, and rightfully so, is like, oh, he's just a racist. He never did anything, like I never picked up any racist vibes from him pre or before or after that. It was just like this one thing he just decided to throw at me, curveball, that I was not expecting. And I remember I told my friends about it, and they just started dying. I think it's an old expression. I think so too. But I was like, yo, if I was in school today and God forbid I was recording that and he said that, he would have lost his job the next day. Because again, I don't think he was racist. I really don't. But I was also like, might be a little bit of racist in there. Like, there just might be a little bit in the DNA. Just like, I don't think he was, because we had a really diverse school too. You know, we had a very diverse school. Anyway, that was the story. I don't know how I got on that topic. I think it's because I don't know how I got on that topic, but something brought that to my mind. Okay, so transform.